What is up, guys? DZ here, and this past weekend I went to a regional. I haven't gone to an event in 2 months, and I just played like Sky Score Jet, two different things, and that was the last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life, pretty much. I've just been super busy, and I wasn't gonna go because, I mean, it was like old format, so like none of this matters anyway, but luckily there's not like a ton of changes on the Forbidden Limitless, so this deck's gonna probably stay pretty similar, at least until Patchwork comes out. But anyway, I wanted to test a whole bunch of techs that I was playing, and overall it went pretty good. I mean, I lost. I didn't do like great at the regional. Like, it wasn't happening. But the games that I lost were mainly to Zoo just out grinding me. I was able to get through like their opening board and even their second board, but like their third and fourth board was kind of tough. And without three rat, those grinding games just don't happen. Zoo can still do a whole bunch of really stupid combos first turn, but as far as like the long game, they just can't. But this thing really held its own. I was doing really good until I went on tilt in round 6. And before that, though, I was doing really, really well, and I was having a lot of fun. But yeah, this deck's cool. I play a lot of weird stuff. I think this variant is one of the better ones. So I want to talk about it, and I know you guys have been like asking for it, so we'll show it off. 3 dog, that's pretty good. 3 bear. The only other 3 of Fluffle, it's really cool. Make sure that you remember that you contributed to add Poly back, because like this deck's like a resource deck. I know it seems like an OTK deck. I know a lot of people play it like an OTK deck, but I play it like a resource deck. Because it's just inconsistent, like hoping to OTK your opponent every round. But there's like a lot of really tough monsters in this deck for your opponent to get over, so you can just like out grind them. Because like Sheep and Sabretooth are insane, so it's whatever. But yeah, bear really good. 2 penguin. This card makes a huge difference. I definitely didn't want 3. I didn't play Bahamut Shark. I didn't think that was very good. I never missed Bahamut Shark. It never came up. But Penguin was crazy. So many times this card just drew me into like Brilliant Fusion or Instant Fusion or Chain or something stupid. This card was just always really stupid. So yeah, shout out to Penguin for being amazing. 2 wings. I think this is just like correct. Maybe you play more if you weren't playing Brilliant Fusion, but like with Brilliant Fusion, you only need 2 of these. I really would just want to cut it to 1, but I didn't just want to draw all my light targets. So yeah, I played 2. For the one-ofs, Owl, I really missed the second one. I think I'm going to bump it to 2 almost certainly, even if it's just for like its second effect of using it as like a polymerization. That's like so cool, and it came up a lot. Once again, we were trying to outgrind our opponents because all the games really grindy except for I mean, there were like some hands I drew that were like really overpowered, but as far as like in general goes, the game's really grindy, and this card is really good in those situations. So I wish I played 2 of this for sure. 1 cat, good for dodging strike, pretty simple. 1 octopus, this card was terrible. Sided it out every single game. There's like a couple cool tricks you can do with it, but they all like revolve around drawing like one-ofs, so like I don't know if it really matters. But yeah, I'm not playing. I mean, I guess to play like octopus going forward, I don't know. There's like no deck space in this deck, so like it's frustrating having to play like a card like octopus. But it was an easy side out. But that's not a good enough reason to play a card. I played 3 chain, 1 saber. That's like really standard. The one thing I like forgot going to the tournament that I figured out. I'm just like stupid. These cards have like, they all have like secondary effects like no one reads. But anyway, you can just like set chain, and then if they kill it, you can add the fusion card or add the Frightfur card to your hand. And I like forgot about that, but they came up a bunch of times because like you would just summon it, attack a Dryden, and they would like have to pop it if they didn't have a Whiptail, and then you just search, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was a good ratios. Never really needed more than 1 saber. I don't think that card's that great. 1 garnet. I'm playing Brilliant Fusion. I know I play that in a lot of decks, so it seems like a joke at this point, but actually, like, I think you're just wrong if you're not playing Brilliant Fusion in this deck. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, like, what do you need your normal summon for? And it's like, what do you mean what do you need normal summon for? Like, you want to summon Dog, and then add Owl, and then play Owl, and then win, and you can't do that unless you, like, if you don't have Brilliant Fusion, you can't do that. I mean, like, and people were like, oh, like you can just stack stuff with sabers and special off a vendor, but like that's like so situational because that means you have to like fusion. You have to get sabers in the grave first, which means you have to fusion summon it, fusion summon using it, and then you have to also have a toy vendor and a card you want to discard and a Fluffle you want to have in hand, and it's like way too situational. It's just like that's never gonna happen. But yeah, Brilliant Fusion was actually just ridiculous. Out of all the decks I've played, Brilliant Fusion might be one of the most ridiculous cards in this particular deck. I mean, Dog Brilliant Fusion is stupid. Bear Brilliant Fusion is stupid. Vendor Brilliant Fusion is pretty stupid. Like it's just a crazy card. Anyway, to give it a little more variety, I played Electro. That's not the right word at all. But to give Brilliant Fusion like a new dynamic, I played Electromagnetic Turtle. This was one of my outs to D Barrier. I was like hyping up Herald of Purple White, but And like Denko is like good too, but I wanted to build this deck for going first, and I know it sounds stupid because people think it's an OTK deck, but like the problem is when you play an OTK deck like this that only summons fusion monsters, they just debarrier you and then you lose. And like you have to have the Denko and the Herald like when they activate debarrier, you just have to have them. And the Denko is even harder because it's pop it with Trident, but with like Electromagnetic Turtle, you can just have it in graveyard no matter when you draw it. You can just discard it with Vendor, send it with Brilliant, do whatever. And then whenever they activate debarrier on their next turn, you can just banish this, and then it negates the battle phase, and then you can kill them on the following turn. This card was clutch. It was really good. I was happy with that. I think that was a good pick. People made fun of me for it on the duel video, but I was also like I wasn't very thinking very straight in the videos, so I don't think it really counts. Anyway, 2 Maxi, cards going to 1. Yeah, don't really need to talk about that. The Maxi doesn't really affect this deck though, so it's not that big a deal. 3 Vendor, card's ridiculous. 3 Polymerization. I don't like the new artwork, or the alternate artwork. I like this one a lot, so that's why we're playing that. 3 Billion Fusion, like I said, just a ridiculous card. It's crazy. It always is. 3 Instant Fusion. I was playing 2, but like you really want to use like it for a sheep. And even though I'm not playing Bahamut Shark because I don't think that card is very good, because it's just not, it doesn't do enough. Yeah, I still want to play 3 of this. It never clogged. There was like one time I drew 2, like didn't matter. 1 of each of the Fright Fur cards. They're both very good. I almost wanted a second Fright Fur Fusion just for the grind game. Might consider that going forward. Not quite sure on that yet. I played some quick plays. I played 2 Chalice, 1 My Body, and then 1 Book of Moon. I added this in at the last minute, so don't kill me that it's common. Yeah, these cards were good. The My Body really sucked, but the Chalice and Book were crazy every time I drew them. Because, like, so the goal in the set is, like, summon a sheep, because Zodiac's, like, so the only way Zodiac's can, like, effectively get over that without, like, wasting, like, 2 turns setting up, like, this really weird field. The most efficient way is to summon a Trident with a Whiptail, or with 2 Whiptails and a Thoroughblade under it, and then popping the sheep with the Trident and then attacking over it. That's, like, the most effective way. And if you just have Chalice, and this happened several times, they would pop it, and then they would attack, and then damage Steppy Chalice, and then they lose everything. And yeah, then like the sheep's at 2,800 attack points, so they can't kill it, and they have to get that same setup to deal with it. It's just, Chalice was ridiculous. I definitely want to play another one. But My Body was never good. It just never happened. It never stopped the Ghost Ogre, never stopped like a Torrential, never stopped a regular Mirror Force, it never stopped Trident. It just wasn't good. So not playing that card. I played 1 of each Foolish. I know a lot of people are only playing this Foolish, but I think that regular Foolish was good too, because this is once per turn, and a lot of times they're doing like similar things. But I think going forward, I just want to bump this one up to 2 and keep this one in the deck, just have more Foolishes, because I anytime I had these cards in my hand, the deck was just like so much better. So yeah, I definitely want to bump those up. And then 1 Spiritual Swords. I think it's kind of like known by now, but it's good for stopping attacks, keeping stuff on board. And then if they pop it, you can just live anyway. And then I play 1 Floodgate Trap Hole because I played Rafflesia. I really liked Rafflesia, and I really liked Floodgate Trap Hole. This card's crazy. I mean, anytime I had like Rafflesia and like any of those quick play spells, I just felt so safe. But I want to play a second Trap Hole. I don't know if I'm gonna play like Time Space or Treacherous or just even another Floodgate Trap Hole, but this card was really good. Yeah, I might play like, I just wanted like more trap cards. I think just like a couple more. But that was the main deck. Extra deck. We had 3 Sabertooth. A lot of people just played 2, but I made 3 a whole bunch of times. Like I said, it's all about the grind game, and I really stress that. You can't win a whole tournament just by OTKing every single round. It just doesn't work. But yeah, 3 of this card. 2 Kraken. I literally never made 2. I don't know. Because it's like, I found out that like Sheep is better than Kraken because it doesn't die to Zodiacs. But Kraken's obviously good. Maybe, no, I don't think I ever made more than 1 in a game. But yeah, it's a good card. Definitely a good card. It has a big booty too, so that's good. 1 Tiger. I missed the second one a couple times, but this card did its job. It popped a whole bunch of cards. Oh my god, I popped. Everyone was playing artifacts this regional. I fucking killed. There was one game where I popped a Scythe, a Moraltalk, and a Sanctum all in 1 Tiger activation, and I still won that turn. But holy shit, that was like really disappointing. And then I popped a Scythe another time. I just kept popping artifacts. Like, you have to hit the back row because everyone was also playing Mirror Forces. It's like you couldn't just take a chance. But it was rough. 1 Sheep, best card pretty much because Zodiac's can kill it. And then 1 Wolf, never made it. It came up like once where if I had a Saber engrave, I would have won with Wolf, but like I never just like you just don't try to go for Saber, you try to go for Chain, so it's tough. One Seraphinite, one Norden, pretty straightforward. That's for all the fusion monsters. One Emerald, that was pretty good. One Rafflesia, very powerful. One Carnagorgon. I played this instead of Bahamut, and I played the Emerald and the Carnagorgon for Bahamut. I don't regret it at all. This card's very powerful. Turn 1, Zodiacs really have to go out of their way to kill it. And then the Utopia guys, I made them a lot too. That was it for the extra deck. Side deck, I played 3 random Kaijus. Cause I don't even own, like, I'm actually borrowing these other 2. I don't own any of them besides Gamma Seal, but they were good. I played Slumber 2. Every time I play this engine with like Kaijus and Slumber, I always just like realize that I don't like Slumber at all, because it's just like so bricky when you side into 5 Kaijus. But I like the Kaijus, they were good. Just the Slumber was not. 2 Denko, this card is MVP. Probably I fucked so many Paleozoic players with this. Definitely want to play 3. Just very good, especially with like the Chalice and the My Body and stuff. 2 Twin Twisters, probably playing, I don't know if I need 3 if I'm playing 3 Denko, but this card was good, it just wasn't like great. So 2 DD Crow, very good card. Against Pilio, against Invoked especially. Holy shit, you just banished Fusion, they can't win. Yeah, DD Crow is very powerful. I think everyone knows that by now. And then the cards I decided for going first were 2 Vanity's Fiend and 2 Gasali Prison. I literally never saw these. I think the theory is good. I think I almost want to like main these because they're so powerful. It's like a 2-turn D-Bear if you have a fusion monster. I never drew these ever, so I can't say if they're good or bad. But yeah, I had fun at the regional. It wasn't the greatest regional ever, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this in-depth deck profile, and I will see you later. Bye.